Welcome back to Rule Empires as we learn how to tackle a big day. So, as we spoke before, I had about 30 items of task to be addressed on my to-do list today. And the first thing we did is address the prioritizing of those items, then assessing what can be delegated and what can be done by myself. And at that point, then implement that system. So, what we did was, as soon as we cut off camera, we went right to work to implementing. The first thing I did is assess the items that I could delegate. One of those things was got some listings to get done for one of my real estate companies and work with my agents and talk with them through the marketing of their properties. Then we met with my office manager to discuss some promotional items that need to get ordered for our Christmas party coming up here at our company office party. Then we have a Christmas parade and tree lighting in the community and how we can be involved in community involvement. So therefore, what we did was we put together some Facebook and Instagram posts that we can get put out and get that systematized and put out through our office to bring in, we hope, leads and do direct response marketing. So putting out some free gifts to help generate leads for our company. Also, we delegated some management tasks that had to be done with some properties that we own currently. We have a senior and adult living community, and we've got some move-ins and move-outs that we're preparing. So got with the management team and identified those items and got those situated and delegated. A few other items we got a lot accomplished in this last hour and a half that we were off camera. Then the things that I had to do. So I had one of my top tier clients that has bought multiples of properties from me, been coaching her through her investment career. She started with one home. I think she's up to approximately 15 homes, looking at buying multiple units from me in my senior and adult living community now. And so therefore, wanted to spend some good quality time working with her, showing her some of the properties and just brainstorming on what we can do to maximize her capital that she has available to implement and grow her portfolio. Also did some counseling with some other students that I'm working with their portfolios and making sure that we're working through some of the tasks that they can take on. And those are things that I need to be personally involved in. Then did a little bit of work on preparing for my afternoon schedule and knocking out some of the other tasks because we got a lot accomplished in that hour and a half. And so what I'd like to do is kind of talk you through what that looks like. So as we're going to prepare for the second portion of the day, we're coming up around lunch. We're going to take this opportunity of lunch to meet with another top tier client. The reason I bring this forth is we're using the highest valued moments. So this is a time where I can relax and at the same time develop my fellowship and relationship with one of my top tier clients. So I'm going to go and have lunch with them. At the same time, I've got a list of items that I can knock out in the drive to and from and get some family things done. My little girl's got a Christmas play that she's going to play in at school this afternoon, and I want to make sure that I'm there for my family. If we're not doing it for our family, what are we doing it for, right? This is our opportunity to have a lifestyle of freedom. Now, we preach that here at Rule Empires, having lifestyle freedom. That's our mission. That's our goal. And so a big part of developing our economic life is built on the fact that we want to have a good family and home life and be able to do the things and spend the time with the most valuable people in our lives. And so we're going to make that happen today. We've also got a honey-do list. I've got a beautiful redheaded bride, and she's got a brake light on her nice BMW. So we got to get that addressed, and so she brought it up, and I could delegate that out, but I think my wife likes to see me take participation in something that has come on our list. It's not necessarily something that she wants to mess with as a car maintenance. Now, I don't even know how to check the oil in my car. Never have. But I can make some phone calls. I'll call a client who owns a mechanic shop, and so I'll develop that relationship. Again, being resourceful and always finding ways to develop relationships, be a reciprocal partner within a rural community is a big piece. And so I'll be making that connection here during my lunchtime. So as we move into the meat of the big day, we just want to make sure that we're continuing to focus on the higher priority items. Again, because it's a list of 30 things, are all things high priorities? Well, they're not a priority, but we want to just keep hitting on the meat of those items, and in the downtime, we'll pick up the little crumbs of to-dos that we have to do, again, such as even though it's a high priority to me to make sure that my wife's car's brake light gets addressed, that's a smaller item. That's going to be one phone call, but it's something that's important to our relationship and to me, because I always want to do those little things that will make a difference in her day, make her happy and satisfied to have an active and engaged husband. I'm not tooting my own horn. I just want to say that it's important that we put our family first and find ways to do things for them that can give it an advantage, because that's what we're here for. Again, a lifestyle of freedom and developing that out. Let's see here. Plenty of other items that we can address, but ultimately what I wanted to do was follow up and show you how that an hour and a half has transpired. We've got a lot accomplished in that hour and a half. We've got a lot of tasks that's been delegated out. We've got a lot of people behind the scenes that are working to get those things accomplished. We are finding opportunities within the pockets of our day in between appointments, because I gave you the to-do list. What I did not talk about yet was the scheduled items. So the top tier client that I had that we went and showed some property, they were actually scheduled for 2:30 this afternoon, but they called in, and she's an attorney, and therefore she had a court case scheduled for later this afternoon, and she had to adjust her schedule. Because I have the freedom of my scheduling, I was able to make that adjustment, accommodate her needs. That always is going to make a difference when you can find opportunities to make accommodations for your clients. So, with all that said, we want to thank you again for joining us at Rural Empires. We appreciate your engagement. We're trying to show you what the day in the life of a rural king looks like. What does it mean to be engaged in your empire in a rural community? It's not sunshine and rainbows, and it's not a fake activity book. You have to be doing things to get things accomplished, but you ultimately are in control of your own schedule, and you have the opportunity to spend those times with the most valuable things to you in your life, such as your family and your friends and those that you're developing these business relationships with. So with that, we invite you to come back with us. We're going to try again, maybe later this afternoon with another video, give a follow-up. But if not, we'll visit with you again tomorrow and post another video that we believe will be tactically and strategically and principally the essence of what it takes to become a rural king and build a rural empire within that rural community. We thank you for your time and appreciation. Have a good one.